At Rogers Arena in Vancouver, we continue now with After Hours. Louis has joined us, and our guest is one of the Canucks offseason acquisitions, who unfortunately is starting his 4-year deal with the team on the injured list. This is Jay Beagle. We'll get to the injury in a moment, but we'll start with this tweet from Clement Lau. Question for Jay. Would you rather have Ovechkin's wicked one-timer or Besser's fabulous flow?
How about both?
Yeah.
How about both? That'd be great.
Dangerous duo right there.
Yeah, that's right.
But as we get going here, just maybe an update on your injury. I know you say it's getting better, but
Yeah.
it's a bone break, so you got to wait for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, so I had the surgery and everything went, really well, and now it's just a matter of 4 to 6 weeks is what they've given me, and it's just a waiting game now, which is a tough thing to do at the beginning of the year. You want to be out there with the boys, and so obviously with a bone you just wait for it to heal, and I can start working out today. I got cleared to work out today, so I was excited about that. Yeah.
If there's been a ray of sunshine during this recovery period, it was on Monday of this week when your old team, the Washington Capitals, were in town.
That's right. Yeah. No, it was awesome. Obviously, they said they were bringing the ring, to present it to me. I didn't really know that they were going to present it to me like that with the whole team in there, and obviously made me make a speech. So that's never good. That's never good.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was really special. It was
I
awesome.
want to ask you a question about the rings. It seems all championship rings these days are oversized and they're impractical really to wear anywhere. Can you wear that ring out if you wanted to?
Probably not. Probably not. It is big. It's it's awesome though. It's something that I'm not a big guy on stuff like that anyway. So it goes away and I'll bring it out certain occasions. But yeah, it's pretty big, but it's special to have for sure.
You were one of the longest standing Washington Capitals when you won that Stanley Cup. Yeah. That had to be especially a special moment for you receiving that. I mean, the winning it was one thing, but to have that come your way to start the season, that must have been just an amazing feeling for you, being one of the longest tenured guys in the team.
Yeah. I mean, my time there was unbelievable. It was so special. It was awesome. Great organization. The guys, are our family. When you go through something like that, it really is. It's like family, and when they presented that ring, like the way they did, it was very special, and I'll always remember that.
You can see the smiles on their faces. They were pumped for you.
Yeah, no, they were for sure. It's a tight group, really tight group.
Yeah.
It's a special
Freddie
group.
Shiro said, "Win today, we walk together forever." Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Your day with the Cup in your hometown of Calgary, you said that you, as a grunt on the fourth line, had to wait till August 21st to get it, but you made it special. We have the day in pictures. We're going to start with the vehicle that you used to pick up the Cup with. This is not the car of choice of most pro athletes.
That's a fourth line grind right there.
That's a grinder.
You picked up the Cup in a
I like that a lot.
1986 GMC, Jimmy. Where was the Porsche, the G-Wagon, or the Range Rover?
Not anywhere. Don't know those words. But yeah, that's my baby. That's my truck. I'll never sell that. Me and my dad. My dad's a mechanic, so we worked on it, together, and it's a kind of special thing to be able to do that.
Okay, that's a picture. You took the Cup to the Children's Hospital, and that's a really neat picture. That's Ryan and Riley Pollard. Ryan donated a kidney to his son Riley, and both are looking good with the Cup.
Yeah, no, and it was really special. They didn't know that we were coming, so we walked in, and they were both just, their faces lit up. It was something that was, so special to be a part of, and obviously, giving a kidney away, it is something that's so incredible, and they're two special people.
And if you didn't know it before you got to Children's Hospital, you saw a very graphic example of how the Stanley Cup can bring smiles to people's faces no matter the age.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's something that when you walk in a room with that, it lights up the whole room, and I'm biased, obviously, because I'm a hockey player, but the most special trophy.
I agree.
And then north to the 160-acre farm that you and Ashley bought 4 years ago. How was the celebration there? And do you actually farm that land?
Yeah, so I rent it out to a friend who runs cattle on it. So I tend on, doing a hobby farm when I'm done. But right now it's just, I rent it out, and we had a nice party with friends and family, and it was great. It was really special, and just kept it low key and had a lot of fun.
You are valuable to the Canucks in any number of ways. First of all, you've won at every level of the game. You're the only player to have won the Kelly Cup in the ECHL, the Calder Cup in the AHL, and the Stanley Cup. And then there is, here you are hoisting the cup last June in Las Vegas. But your work ethic is really what stands out. You've always been known as the hardest working player on any team that you've ever played on, and I want you to tell us about 82-year-old Ivan Beagle and the effect he had on you.
Yeah, I know, huge effect.
Your grandfather.
Yes, yeah, my grandpa, huge effect on all of us. Growing up, we had the pleasure of working with him, and taught us what hard work was. His motto was always work, work, work. That's just always what he said to us, and really has.
He started out
impact.
digging ditches for the city of Calgary.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
And then got enough money together to buy a backhoe.
Yeah, to buy a hoe. Yeah.
Yeah, but he would use it, but he made the boys still do it by hand, right?
Yeah, he made us do it by hand.
There's the work ethic.
And we had the swamp, and we were out there actually working at the farm this summer even, and he's still running it, having a blast together, and still outworks me. It's insane how he can work. He'll tell me to be there at 7, and he's there at 6:30, already started the day. So he works hard, and a huge inspiration for me.
Ivan should be hired by some teams as a personal trainer.
Yeah, well, you know what? It obviously rubbed off on you, because talking with Travis Green, he said you came into training camp and you blew some tests away. You're one of the most fit, if not the fittest guy on the team. That work ethic has been instilled in you, and you've carried that forward in your career. And why you've been able to grind out such a real solid one so far has been that work ethic.
Yeah, no, it has been. That's been instilled, like we talked about, from my grandpa, but also my dad and just the family, and I think one thing that I noticed when I came here is that the guys here love to work, and that's something that you can get on board with, and that's exciting. So it has been awesome to be a part of this team.
So Jay, you have had a long road to get to the NHL, and we've had lots of guests on this program who've overcome long odds to get to the NHL, but I don't think any have beaten the long odds that you have to get here. Never drafted by any team, even in the Bantam draft. At 18, you tried out for the Calgary Hitmen. What happened?
Yeah, no, I got cut. Yeah,
and you were crushed.
I was crushed, yeah. My grandpa was there as well, and that hurt too, just to walk out of that room after getting cut. And he told me to hold my head high, and it's just something that I love to play the game. I truly do, and it's something that when you love what you're doing, it's easy to come to work and do it. And no matter what happens, you get cut or things aren't going your way, it's a game that I love to play.
So then you had 2 years at the University of Alaska, Anchorage. You left at the end of the hockey season in your second year there to take a chance on the East Coast Hockey League with the Idaho Steelheads, where you played for $200 a week. Yeah. I want you to tell us the story of how the Washington scout Steve Richmond found you.
Yeah, so we were playing Vegas and in the playoffs, in the semifinals.
The ECHL conference final, I think it was.
Conference final, yeah. And and so a scout was coming, and my agent just said, a scout from Washington's going to be coming and watching you, wants to meet with you after, and that was, I think, the biggest game of my life, looking back at it, where I really played well. And obviously, Steve noticed something, and forever grateful for him.
He had to go to Brian McClellan, who was then the director of player personnel for the Washington Capitals, now the general manager. But he had to say to Brian, look, that's an awful expensive plane ticket for me to fly out there to see this kid play one game. What do you think? And Brian McClellan said, yeah, okay, if you think he's worth it, take a chance. So obviously, you did prove to be worth it. And after that game, he wined and dined you in Vegas. Where did he take you?
I have no clue.
He took you to TGI Fridays.
Of course he did.
And only about 2 years, I shouldn't say 2 years, but 11 years after that, you won the Stanley Cup about 2 miles away from there.
Yeah.
How about that? Those are the long odds I'm talking about. Other teams offered you money and term in the offseason. Why the Canucks?
Yeah, I think the main thing was the Canucks had called first. They showed interest right away. Flew me here. I got to meet with everyone, coaching staff, management. They laid it on the table for me, kind of what their plan was in the next couple of years, and really liked what they were saying, and kind of the future that this team has, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Tweet from Laura, favorite part about Vancouver?
The food. Yeah. I think the food in the mountains. I guess the view is incredible.
How about some mountain biking in Whistler?
Mountain biking in Whistler's fun. Yeah. Like I was. They let me do that, which was really surprising. Really surprising. Yeah.
You get kind of hardcore.
Yeah,
after a while.
I kind of get out of control a little bit and take it to the next level.
Skiing, which teams won't let you do. I mean, has there been some sort of rider against this?
Yeah, I don't know, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Nice slow-mo right there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
As we've said, Jay, you have distinguished yourself as the hardest working player in every team you've ever been on. You're also part of one of the most bizarre highlights in Washington Capitals history.
Oh, no.
Tell us how you ended up looking like a Monty Python character here.
Oh, yeah. I knew that was coming. High sticking, obviously, by Letang. I don't know how that's not a penalty. I can't get
Exactly,
it
right? That's all you think about when you see that.
Yeah, I'm like, well, it's not coming out.
You're actually smiling there, too.
Yeah.
You're like, what is going on?
The boys love that, too, on the bench. I've never heard anyone erupt like that.
Jay, thanks for being on the program
Hey,
tonight.
yeah,
Really appreciate
thank
it.
you
How's
very
your
much.
Fortnite game? Or Mario Kart, which is it?
It's Mario Kart, and it's not very good.
You allowed to play it on the road?
Yeah, a little bit.
Jay Beagle toughing it out on the IR right now. Our guest on After Hours, back to conclude the proceedings at Rogers Arena in Vancouver in a moment.